Hi, Chris LaChava with I Think Realty, and I'm here with one of my favorite lenders, Sarah with Geneva Financial. And we're going to talk a little bit about a CDLP. And basically, if you're going through a divorce, this is something that you really need to know about. I had a client a little over a year and a half ago that came to me wanting to buy a home. She's a school teacher, and she hadn't been able to qualify for a mortgage because her ex-husband was in the house and he couldn't qualify on his own, so she couldn't get off the mortgage, so she couldn't get a mortgage of her own. And had she had the opportunity to consult with someone like Sarah, that whole situation might have been avoided. So Sarah, can you tell us a little bit about what a CDLP does?
Absolutely. So as Chris mentioned, a CDLP is a certified divorce lending professional. And my job is to be a part of the professional divorce team, essentially as a financial neutral, to assist one or both parties in achieving mortgage financing once the divorce is final.
Okay. And why is that important?
Well, so as you know, being an agent, 70% of divorces involve real estate. So whether the divorce is alternative dispute resolution or it involves litigation, I actually can get involved during the settlement process to make sure that the decree is structured properly so that both parties can achieve mortgage financing, in essence, once the transaction is complete.
Okay, so that's really important. It would have helped my client maybe avoid the situation she's in.
Absolutely. I basically, get involved. I can review financials during the process to make sure that that borrower is going to qualify to refinance or even to purchase once the divorce is final.
Okay. Do you have some horror stories of some clients or people you've talked to that didn't use one, and what happened?
Absolutely. So I became a CDLP because of some divorcing clients that I've dealt with over the years, and I've just looked at these divorce decrees and been like, what were they thinking? So one example would be I had a wife who hadn't worked. She was a stay-at-home mom. She took care of the family. So her sole income from the divorce was going to be alimony and child support. And she, instead of taking an income stream, having the alimony structured monthly, she took a lump sum. So when all is said and done, she has no monthly income per se, so she didn't qualify for mortgage financing. That would have been simple for me to say, no, structure it this way, and we can get a loan done for you.
Yeah.
One other case was a divorce decree ordered that the marital home be sold and the proceeds split equally among all parties, less all the joint debts. But the decree did not specify what the joint debts were and what the amounts of those debts were. Mm-hmm. So it became an issue because one spouse charged up those joint debts post-decree. So there was a huge argument. Had those debts been specified and laid out in the settlement, which is where I come in, that would not have been an issue. So.
Okay, so definitely some situations where had they been able to utilize your services, it might have avoided a lot of extra challenges and pain and suffering, so to speak.
100%. And for me, it's a free service, basically, to clients that are going through a divorce, like through an attorney or a mediator, because ultimately I want to be able to do a loan for these people when the divorce is final.
Absolutely. And of course, what I think a lot of people don't realize is attorneys don't necessarily receive any training on mortgage financing. That's, as someone who's been to law school, I can tell you there's no class on mortgage financing for lawyers. And so that's not something they would necessarily have any expertise on. They might be great at being able to tell you and help you get a divorce decree, but it won't take into account necessarily the mortgage financing issues that Sarah can help with. We really want to be your team. If you find yourself in this situation, we know that it can be a challenging situation. I myself do have a law degree, and while I don't practice law, so I can't give legal advice, I also am a trained mediator. And we all know that in these situations, there's a lot of emotions involved. And I'm trained to be able to handle that. And so Sarah and I would love to be your team to help you if you find yourself in this situation. So contact us. We'd love to help you. Hope you have a great day and hope you have found this information helpful.